Authenticity Ends Suffering. And it's February the 20th of 2026, and energetically we've shifted. And so today might be the day that you want to end your suffering by becoming your authentic self. And that is what I am going to do today. We never know who we're going to become when we come into the world, but you are meant to become someone, and it's within you. And the way that it comes about is through a process of self-actualization. And that's going to look different for each of us because we're not meant to be someone else, we're meant to become ourselves. But you can also have periods of time where you will doubt yourself, where you will have fear because you've been programmed to believe that you couldn't do something. And that's exactly what happened for me. And I've known that the fear is the thing that can hold us back from actualizing who we could become, and also from making a difference in the world, because we're each meant to do that as well. Our presence is meant to make a difference, but that can only come when we stop hiding who we are. And I've been doing that a long time. When I first began receiving conscious guidance, and I'm talking about universal guidance, consciousness through Wilhelm in 1989, it was something that I held back because it didn't make sense because I was being different. And we don't want to be judged. We don't want to look, we want to fit in because that seems safer at times. That doesn't work because that's when you start to suffer. That's when things go wrong, and I've been doing that. To discover that I'd been given a philosophy that could change anyone's life and change our world was difficult for me to accept because I couldn't believe I had done it. You may have something like that as well, because we're each come to the world to evolve in a particular way that we can give something to others. And I know what you can accomplish. I'm 75 years old. This work has healed every aspect of my life, and it was something that I went through every single day, which is how we evolve. We don't do it overnight. It's something that is a process. And when you know about personal development or self-actualization, you know it doesn't happen overnight. You have to take your time. You have to embody what you develop or discover about your unique path. And what my life gave me was a way for any person to do that, to take their time, to start to integrate who they're meant to become so that they can live a life of joy, of happiness, and abundance, because every single person is meant to have that. And that's the information that I kept receiving from Wilhelm. There's no person born that's supposed to suffer or not have a fulfilling life. It's just only the programming that's been there that keeps us stuck. And throughout civilization, there have been times where we move through great generational changes, which is what we're experiencing now. And there will be those in power who have had power who will want to control you. And that control only happens in your consciousness because it's inherited, it's generational, where we've been programmed. We've had many studies of science that have shown this, and we know how to change it. We know how to change it in our consciousness, and we know there's a science behind that called cognitive behavior training. And that is exactly what Wilhelm gave through me, which is why I was able to heal things that didn't make sense to most people because they were told, I was told that these things are incurable. Nothing is. We just have limitations that we have accepted. And I accepted some of them as well, because people told me I couldn't talk about this. I couldn't really give this to others because it would be too unbelievable or they wouldn't be able to handle it or do it, whatever that was. And I believed it for a long time, but I can no longer do that because I do know what's happening in the world. I know what's probably happening in your life, why you might be a little uncomfortable, why you might be fearful. And the messages that I've received on this date, February 20th, will show you so much of that, because you'll see the process that I went through for all of these years. Since these messages, 18 years, from 2008 actually, you'll see, and you'll go through them. But then I doubted myself as well. I said, how could this have happened? And so I needed to get verification, and so you'll see that. you'll see that it's a consciousness raising system, because that's how we evolve and understand who we are, so we can live really fruitful lives and allow ourselves to be seen in the world, allow ourselves to love ourselves. And loving myself was a challenge, because I was judged about doing this, and the way that it came about, it didn't make sense. But I do know that there are many people who will understand this work, who will want to change their lives, who will want to become the success that they could be when they can move beyond all the limitations that have been inherited, that have been stuck within them, because we all have it. I certainly did. And the other thing is, being authentic is never going to look like anyone else. And that may be your biggest challenge, as it was mine. But you will get so much help from these, and I want you to understand it, because my goal always has been to give people something that they could live better lives, and we could create a better world, because we're all creating it. It's no one person who's doing it, or no one has control. It's just us. And it depends on when we decide to take that next step and embrace ourselves and own who we have become, because we're always becoming something more. And these messages and the explanation will help you so much today. You can view the work. You can view my services as well. That's always available, because I know what you can achieve. And that's what you'll see on my website. Thank you so much for being here. Please share this with others. I do want more people to understand this brilliant work that I've received that could help so many come to live fruitful, better lives and make our world what it's meant to be as well. I'll see you soon.